The whole story runs on one thing: get the stolen box back. But I found the box. Not in the main quest, not in the finale. Just out there. Hidden, waiting. So I tried to take it. And the game said, nope, not yours. Which means there is more than one. We've been chasing this box the entire story. And this one looks exactly the same. We've never seen what's inside. Not that one, not this one. It could be empty. It could contain anything. If this isn't our box, then what are we actually chasing? If we don't even know what's inside, how do we know any of them are the right one?
Why would the Emperor trust them with this treasure? It doesn't matter. My parents died protecting them, and I will too.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My parents died protecting them, and I will too. What a strong writing. It doesn't matter who would play the game till that point. It doesn't matter. Wow, incredible. Hi, it's a101, a casual player. We continue our story. Last time, we unmasked Yasuke's longtime friend. She turned out to be one of the people who killed Naoe's father. But today, we look at how this story finishes. What was left untold? What all these layers of mystery were actually for? Was it worth sacrificing the story's clarity for mystery? And as an extra, I'll show you one true mystery. A mystery the game creates by accident. So let's slow down. What is the story actually about? At first, it feels simple. Naoe's father is killed. A mysterious group of around a dozen people steals the box she was sworn to protect. Our mission becomes clear. Avenge the father, get the box back. That's the engine of the story. That's the promise. That's what drives us forward. Simple, clean, focused. But after 10 real-world days of gameplay, Yasuke appears. A powerful samurai under Lord Oda Nobunaga, the man who tried to unite Japan. And to do that, he attacked the homeland of our main character, Naoe. So Yasuke should feel like the enemy, but after we dealt with Nobunaga, Yasuke joins Naoe. No clear resolution, no real explanation, just acceptance. And it gets stranger. He does not fight those with hidden blade. He holds back. Why? The game doesn't tell us. Not now, not when he joins, not when it would matter. Instead, it keeps adding layers. More people, more secrets, more questions about the box, about Yasuke, about everything. And every time we expect an answer, we get another mystery instead. Not deeper, just more. So we move forward. And before that, I need to tell you something that happened during exploration. Because this is where the story really starts to crack. While exploring the world, I found another box. Not metaphorically, literally. A box that looks exactly like the one we've been chasing. And I was not only one who found it early. It is inside another coffin. So I go there, I see it, I try to take it, and the game tells me it is for another assassin. That is exact wording, for another assassin. And I need to insist here, the logic fails. We don't know what is inside the box. We have no special knowledge, no mark, no proof, no difference. And yet Naoe just looks at it and says, not ours. Honestly, this accidental mystery is more interesting than any mystery in the main story. Whose box is it? Why is it there? How do we know it is not ours? That is the one true mystery I created for myself by just playing. Not because the game built it well, because the game broke its own logic. If you're following this with me, subscribe, because this only gets stranger from here. Now the question won't let go. We have to find out whose box it is. We follow the leads, no time to wait. We hunt the names one by one. The noble, the orcs, the wise, different faces, but the same structure. 4 quests, then a boss. 4 quests, then a boss, again and again. And the strange thing is, if there were 70 of these bosses, or just one, almost nothing would change for the story. They are merely connected to it. They reveal nothing. They do not deepen the story of the box. They do not clarify the mystery. It's progress without movement. Then we reach the fox. Now, finally, someone important. He is the one of Nobunaga's commanders. He is the one who sets us up. And he claimed that Oda Nobunaga stole the box. That was a lie. We finally reach him. He tries to flee from his castle. He fails. The final battle happens on the river bank. He tries everything, and for no clear reason. We begin the fight as Naoe, but then continue it as Yasuke. He is exhausted, he is done, and in exchange for a proper death, he gives us new information. There is one more. One last person from the group. He has the box. And finally, we get something about what's inside. The box contains the apple of Oops. Nope, not this time. The imperial regalia. The emerald. The gem, in other words. And yes, these are real historical things. But come on! One of Assassin's Creed's signature ideas is that these great historical figures keep circling around pieces of Eden. So why not here? Does Japan not deserve proper recognition inside the game's own lore? Still fine. We move on. We kill the last one, we fetch the box. Except even that doesn't come clean. Because the last one offers a trade, his life in exchange for the box and secrets. To Naoe, he offers information about her mother. To Yasuke, he offers a clue about Yasuke's past, about his mystery, the thing he keeps hiding from us. The box is ours, but no credits. The stories of main characters don't quite fit the main quest chain. So new quests appear, more branches to wrap up, but they don't grow from the story. They feel glued on, because the story never builds these arcs. So now it has to rush their endings. Naoe uses what she learned, her part of the secret. She confronts the man tied to her mother. It turns out he loved her mother. He was rejected and he made a mistake. He told others who had the box. That is why Naoe's people were in danger. Fine, but then he shows Naoe that he has another box. Do you remember the box from the coffin? That's another one, the third one. And after this intense conversation, both boxes are left inside the coffin. The coffin! The exact kind of place where this whole disaster began. Enemies already got inside a coffin, fought through it, stole what mattered. That is literally how the story starts. And now we do that again? We just leave them there, alongside with the pedestal for the third box. No new protection, no real reaction, no consequence. Logic left the chat, and at that point I honestly expected a mission to retrieve the third box we had just seen. There was no such mission. Maybe later, I thought. So we continue. Now with Yasuke. We follow the next lead without really understanding what it is even about. But I'm not Ubisoft. No more mysteries. I'll tell you. We are going after the people who brought Yasuke to Japan. We find a spy, except not really. It turns out she is the daughter of Mitsuhide. The same Mitsuhide we just killed on the riverbank, the fox. And yes, he is a real historical figure, the man who betrayed Oda Nobunaga. So there is history here, but the story around it is chaos. We get drugged. Nunokaro appears. He is about to kill us, but we placed in a prison to be executed by Mitsuhide's daughter. But suddenly she offers freedom and promises to tell us where Nunokaro is. If we save her brother, we save him quickly and then we head toward the castle where our enemy is. And at this point the question becomes, why does Nunokaro matter so much? Why him? And not all the people who brought Yasuke to Japan? And here comes the answer. Yasuke and his mother were brought to Japan as slaves. At some point, while his mother was cleaning Nunokaro's room, she saw documents with the Templars' insignia. She was killed for seeing them. Yasuke was about to be killed too, but he was saved by a woman assassin. And yes, apparently that woman is Naoe's mother, the obviously only woman assassin in Japan. We won't even dwell too long on how she somehow gets onto a ship in the middle of the ocean. After that, Yasuke escapes the ship, then meets the priests. That is what happened to him. That is why he doesn't kill those with hidden blades. Now here's the actual problem. He never lost his memory. He never forgot any of this. He just didn't tell us. That is not a justified mystery. There is no reason to hide it, no real narrative payoff, no consequence that make the wait worth it. The mystery wasn't built, it was withheld. And then finally, we kill Nunokaro. He promises that the Templars will hunt us. That is how the main story ends. But if you're asking the real question, what about the third box? Still no answer, still not active, still nothing in the main story that sends us there directly. And this is where the final collapse begins, because the truth is, the third box can be opened only after an optional quest called A Blade in the Dark. And there is no clue how you are supposed to find it. No proper direction, no build-up, no strong trail. You just somehow stumble into the area where people report a body marked by the hidden blade. There we discover another boy. After a fight with him, he explains that he is just starting out. His goal is to kill the leader of the samurai in a nearby camp. We help him do that. And after that, he wants to become our apprentice. That opens the quest that finally leads us back to the tomb, back to the coffin. The same coffin where we saw the third box, the same place with the assassin crest. And now you think, finally, this is it. We give the third box to the apprentice. He becomes the guardian of the third regalia. He places it alongside the other two. The three boxes finally connected, right? No, the boxes contains a hidden blade. Not the regalia, not the answer, not the thing we were led to expect. A hidden blade. So yes, surprise, the box can contain anything. No matter that it looks like all the others. And the apprentice doesn't even take it. He says his own blade is good enough for him. This one will stay here. And that is the peak of the problem. Not only do we never get a direct main story quest to retrieve the third box from the coffin, not only do we have to find this optional quest somehow on our own, but when we finally get there, it is the wrong box. We do not collect all 3 boxes during the main story of Assassin's Creed Shadows. And once that clicks, everything else collapses with it. So what do we actually get in the end? A vague explanation of who Yasuke is and how he is connected to Naoe. A box that might not even contain the thing we were chasing. Other boxes, but not all of them. 2 extra wrap-up quests that do not resolve the core emotional conflict. A promise that the Templars will hunt us. A Brotherhood banner. Fragments! Just fragments! Do we feel the emotional release of avenging our father? No. Do we get true clarity about the box? No. Do all these mysteries finally come together into one powerful ending? No. The story keeps moving, but it never really arrives. And in the end, we can't even tell if there is an ending. There was no answer, only the illusion that one existed. Did this feel like a real ending to you? Or just another step in the same loop? I'm curious how it felt for you. Next time, we'll look at the bigger picture. See ya.
Why would the Emperor trust them with this treasure? It doesn't matter. My parents died protecting them, and I will too.